Hello and welcome to another Pasta Chat. This is the last one I'll be doing on the specific subject of my surgery. Mainly because it's 30 weeks, so it'll be 30 weeks. It was 30 weeks yesterday actually, since the surgery. And I don't feel like I need to keep doing them anymore. People keep asking, can we have a Pasta Chat for the updates? But the updates are basically, it's going very well. I don't necessarily feel like I need to keep giving specific updates, but it's going very well. I competed since the last time, which I think was 17 weeks post. I don't remember if I'd done the first comp since then, but I did comp at MEMS, had a lot of fun, messed around a little bit, did 95, 115, first comp back, very happy, 6 for 6. And then last weekend, I went to Basingstoke, did another comp, a little bit more serious, pushed the snatch a little bit more, got 135. It was a bit ropey, but I made a relatively nice 135, which is 85% of my best ever. So very happy with that. And then hit 150 on the clean and jerk. Didn't push the clean and jerk, kept that at 80%. So that's 80% of my all-time best for a 285 total. 6 for 6, very happy. Got a nice gold medal. Always a good thing to get. And had a really fun time with H and Burbs. We all shared the same, well, not bar, but we shared the same warm-up room. We same group. We all coached each other, which was really nice, and it was a good fun day. So since then, so this week, training has been pretty much back to normal. Still not hitting the same numbers I was before, obviously, but in terms of volume, it's definitely the same. I'm front squatting 210 for singles every week. The speed is, I'm tracking the speed and it's going up all the time, so that's good. I'm doing triples at 190 and doubles 200, so that's all going really well. Yesterday I snatched 140, a very nice 140. It was one of my better ones, to be fair. Straight out the bounce. And that's 90%, so I've hit 90% of the snatch and 80% on clean and jerk. Intentionally not pushing the clean and jerk for a little while longer. Like I said, it's been 7 months, but I feel like I could actually wait even maybe 2 more months before I actually really start pushing it. And even if in that 2 months I only get to 160, I think if I'm doing volume at 160, I'm in a good place. I'm not really in any rush, to be fair. I want to do the English at the end of the year, but I don't really care what I get. I just want to do it, mainly because it's obviously the comp I injured myself in. So it would be nice to do it and kind of as a mental win. But yeah, there's not much else to update really. No pain. Training's going really well. Mobility is all back. Strength all seemingly is back. Got to keep an eye on kind of any imbalances that may appear because of it. But at the moment, hips are feeling good, back is feeling good. Coached all day today, no major issues. Usually after a long day, I'm a bit stiff, but usually I'm after a long day coaching, even before surgery. And I'm kind of pushing my recovery, I guess, a bit more, focusing a bit more on sleeping well and eating well and all this nonsense. What was I going to say? Yeah, work's going really well. So in terms of updates from the surgery, like I don't feel like I need to keep doing any more of these, but I'll talk a little while longer in case anything comes to mind. So the next Pasta Chat will probably just be an unrelated topic again, but very happy to have got to this point where I actually feel just like a normal functioning human again. Like I said, it's been 7 months since the surgery. The surgeon, after a month, when I went to see him for the post-op meeting, basically said that up until 6 months, progress is going to be really slow, and the longer you hold off on pushing, the better, really. So I've got that in the back of my mind for clean and jerk specifically, because that's what injured me. Jerks. Still might push some cleans actually. Have no real reason not to. Anything catching in a bilateral stance, snatch or clean, is actually not that risky. It's the split that is. So yeah, he said after 6 months, then the progress will be really fast. And in this last month, I mean, it has been. I've probably gone from well, 120 to 140 and 140 to 150 on the clean and jerk with that intentional not pushing. I'm going to Bulgaria in a couple of weeks, so that'll be good. I think at the end of Bulgaria I might try and hit a nice like 145 snatch, maybe a 150 if I feel good, and then probably just a 160 clean and jerk. Like I said, don't feel like I need to push that anymore at the moment. Or 140 for a double or a triple on a snatch. The triple might come a bit later on in the year. I'd really like to hit 150 for a double. But yeah, so I think we're all on the right track. No major pains, like I said. It's been a very humbling experience. I've learned a lot actually. So I randomly appear to be moving a lot faster when I'm doing my clean and jerks. I guess it's still submaximal, but I'm moving 140 yesterday for doubles, you know, and it's moving, I mean, faster than it ever has, which I guess is very promising, so I can't complain. So I think I'm on the right place. I'd like to think that, you know, when people say these things happen for a reason, I think that's probably true. I think I've learned a lot from it. I've learned to kind of control my ego a little bit and train in a way that's a bit more conducive to my strengths and weaknesses. Maybe that'll be another pasta chat, because I could go into detail about that. A lot more isometric work at the moment, which I'm really actually enjoying, because it never really feels that hard, and you always feel pretty good at the end of it. So it's not I've not yet got onto max. It's one of those ones where if you hold like a deep, let's say Copenhagen plank, it is hard, it's physically hard, but it's a different kind of challenging. It's obviously difficult, but it's not like a max clean and jerk, you know. So the next thing, and only thing really, I haven't yet pushed, I don't know if I even will, is sprints. That was the plan, post-English anyway. And then obviously with this injury, it actually kind of makes sense, rehab-wise, to do sprints. I'm doing a lot of sprint drills, skips, A skips and whatnot, B skips. So that's useful. I'll probably do that for a couple more weeks. I'm in no rush. So when we go to Bulgaria, where we stay, there is actually a track. So I might do my first sprints there, because it will be sunny. So it'll be, you know, it gets a bit more risky when it's cold. But I could do it on the track or even on the grass. There's grass there as well, so if I wanted something a little bit softer. But I would just do 10 to 20 metres. I'm not really looking to do anything more than that. I have to bear in mind my body weight now as well is increasing. Or not increasing, but since I last sprinted anyway, it's about 45 to 40 kilos lighter. So it's going well. Look at that, all that bloody weight. So yeah, I'll start putting some sprints in as well, hopefully get me moving a little bit quicker still. But other than that, training's going really well. The one thing I have been pushing hard, actually, is pulls. I'm doing pulls 3 times a week, snatch and clean pulls, sets of 5. And I haven't done pulls 3 times a week, maybe ever, but at least since I was at uni. Maybe ever actually. And every single week I touch the bar, it feels lighter, which is a weird feeling. Every time I touch any weight jump increment, it feels lighter. So I'm definitely on that track at the moment where it's super linear. It's obviously not going to last forever, but it's enjoyable at the moment. So that's nice. Obviously that's a really nice feeling to have. And yeah, so can't complain. Pretty happy. Not much else to say really. The next comp will be, I'm not sure, probably after Bulgaria. I always lift reasonably well when we go away. Not necessarily like on the max out day, but I usually just get a good week of training. Obviously it's hard not to when that's your only focus. But yeah, so that's gonna hopefully give you a little boost and eat a lot of food there and get a lot of rest in. Ow, that hurt. A little bit of boiling chicken catch on my hand. Yeah, the only other thing I would mention with the pasta is I stopped mixing the pasta and the sauce at the beginning of the week. I started leaving the sauce, but cooking the pasta more frequently, just because it stays a bit fresher and it always actually tastes a bit better. I would get to Friday and I would not be enjoying the pasta dish. I really would not be. It would be gross. It would be, and I had to throw one out last week because it was hot and it started getting a little bit of mold on it. So I had to just throw it out. Can't risking that nonsense. So that's the only updates in my life. Training's going well. Pasta's updated, and yeah, not much else to say. Not going to do any more of these. So the next pasta chat will be topical, and yeah. Good stuff.